It's been a weird morning. I ended up circling the parking lot forever just in time to see a bunch of people take spaces, and finally I just said screw it. I was in kind of a glum mood. I almost didn't want to do a video this morning, but I'm from my undisclosed location. I figured I'll pop in on y'all for 5 minutes or so. And if you can't hear it, yes, it is windy out, it is rainy out, and I left my frickin' umbrella in there in my bag. So it is a bit chilly out here. Sorry I'm running late this morning. But I didn't want to just pop in there and not appear. Originally I was thinking about I don't feel like doing a video this morning, but at the same time I figured, you know what, I have to. Because oh, hang on, I'm covering the camera on my massive death thumb again. Lady G and I watched the first episode of Fallout yesterday, and so far they're on the right track. I don't know what some of these I don't want to say Neanderthals, because that would be placing them on a pedestal well above on the evolutionary scale where they belong. And I don't want to insult, the pre-Pleistocene, but let's just say these one-cell amoebas have been on there talking about how the show is going to be a woke nightmare. Now, I just had a hell of a time finding a space, and I ended up going to the other lot, and I was like, great. Because and then I had to go pee. And then I was like, okay, if I'm going to do one of these, that means I got to go, to my undisclosed location. So I can't exactly do this out in full view of the public here. So, but yeah, so far so good on the Fallout TV series. We're just seeing episode 1, which was, of course, like Red Dwarf, was titled The End. And I'm trying to keep quiet because I want Lady D to enjoy it for herself, because I know a lot of the lore of that particular universe. But so far, like I said, it's been very interesting. The fact that we have neighboring vaults in this series. Oops, spoiler alert. And of course, we've seen our first instance of raiders. They're pretty well educated for raiders, but at the same time, if you go all the way back to Fallout 1, a few of the major raider gangs that were running around were survivors from another vault that had just said, screw this, and they went out, into the wasteland. And then they end up terrorizing everybody else because they're buttheads, but oh well. But I'm dying laughing at the fact that, we had that one guy screaming, diversity, diversity, diversity. Guys, there's one female lead, there's one black male lead, and of course you have Walton Goggins, his character, the Ghoul. And look at the cast. You've got Ben Linus from Lost, you got Kyle MacLachlan, and I'm like, where is this DEI theory that they've had about the casting of this show? I'm not kidding. That's like me pointing at the trailer saying, see that Mr. Handy robot? They had to hire that Mr. Handy robot because robots weren't being inclusive. They wouldn't be inclusive if they wrote a robot. Ugh. But also, I figured it was Friday. I was tempted to skip today because, a lot of folks don't tune in on Friday morning, but, I was thinking, what would happen though if, some of these guys out there, if YouTube does collapse? Me, I still have a job I can go back to. And not to mention these OnlyFans girls. Oh God. I can see the looks of dread on their faces. Sorry girls, we've had to shut down. Well, they'll either go to another service or they're going to be sitting there going, you mean I have to go touch an actual stripper's pole? Like, oh, no. And not do this from the comfort of my own home? I'm sorry, folks. I'm wound up because there was this story about a mom who does OnlyFans, taking her kids to school. And, it's okay. I don't mind the fact that the mom was doing OnlyFans. Hey, more power to you. If you feel that confident about yourself, yay. But she was advertising her page in a massive, and we're not talking a tiny little bumper sticker. It was one that goes across the back of the rear windshield. OnlyFans, and it had her website URL. O.J. Simpson died. Well, just like the rest of the world, I don't care. I hope he burns in hell. I'm sorry. Even, there's no way you're ever going to convince me he wasn't involved in that murder and that he got away with murder. It's kind of sad when people don't realize that there is a world out there that's above the law. They don't answer to, and sure, he washed himself with all his money and came out clean. Then he turned around and committed armed robbery. But I'm sorry, I can't feel sorry for the guy. I can't. Well, folks, I know it's got to be getting late. I got to get inside. I'm so sorry we're running late this morning. Wanted to get in here and get this day over with. We will be back tomorrow. I've not heard anything about Saturday being canceled, so. O.J. Simpson used to be a professional football player, and then, years later, he even did a couple movies here and there, and then his wife, Nicole Brown, and her boyfriend, oh, great, now I'm going to feel bad because I know it's something Goldman. I want to say Robert, I'm probably wrong. They turn up dead, brutally murdered at her Brentwood house. And then, of course, it all got turned around where they said the cops planted evidence, did this and did that. The guy had more DNA evidence on him than we've had in any, murder trial in history. Yet he managed to squeak through with a not guilty verdict. The infamous Bronco chase and all that. Look it up. Right, I'm going to run inside now. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see you on the flip side. And we will see you tomorrow morning as far as I know because they have not canceled Saturday. So you'll get a bonus edition this week. Have a good one, everybody, because I'm a bit cold.